Good day, everyone. I am Jason Pearl the Log Dog, and we are here to present our topic, the fear factor in innovation. So, our objectives are first is to understand the human barriers that stop innovation in organizations. Second is to explore how leadership and culture influence employees' creativity. And lastly, is to identify strategies that help create a safe and innovative workplace. So, the fear factor in innovations. So, first is fear of criticism. Uncertainty and career consequences can paralyze innovations. So, we all know that innovation means thinking of new and better ideas. But sometimes fear stops people from doing that. So second is many organizations want innovation but fail to create conditions that support it. So we all know that many workers are afraid to speak up or stand for themselves because um, they are afraid to be criticized, make mistakes, or lose their jobs. So this can lead to frustration, apathy, and lack of energy. So when that happens, employees stop sharing creative ideas. So, for example, in a travel agency, an employee might think of offering eco friendly tour packages. But if they're scared, their boss will reject the idea. So they just stay quiet. That fear kills innovation. So, next is there are common reasons or barriers why innovation is blocked in a company. So first is the rigid rules. So when the company says just just follow the usual way, there's no room for new ideas. So that is rigid rules. So second is the fear of taking risks. So people are scared of being blamed if something goes wrong. So next is lack of support from leaders. So if leaders don't listen or care about new ideas, employees stop trying. So, for example, a tour guide wants to try a new kind of local cultural show, but the manager says, no, just follow the same plan. Because of that, the company loses chance to attract more tourists. So that's all for my part. And next.
So let's continue to discuss the leadership's role in innovation. So innovation starts at the top. Leaders must encourage creativity and show support for new ideas. They should also give time, budget, and trust to employees who wants to try something new. When leaders show confidence, workers feel safe to be creative. For example, in tourism, a resort manager allows the staff to suggest fun new activities for guests, like sunset, yoga, or local food classes. That's a good leadership supporting innovation. The second one is building a fearless innovation culture. So, to create a fearless culture, organizations need five things. First one is authentic leadership commitment. They must truly believe in innovation. Second is storytelling. Sharing success stories inspire others. So the third one is use symbol and rituals to encourage creativity. Small traditions like Idea Fridays where everyone can share creative ideas. The fourth one is the psychological safety that destigmatize failure. People should feel safe even if their idea fails. Fifth is clear connection to company goals. Employees should know their ideas help the business grow. For example, in tourism, in a travel company, every Friday they share stories about successful tours or creative improvements. This make employees excited to share their own ideas. that's all.
Psychological safety. First, psychological safety means employees can share ideas and make mistakes without fear. Second, it's not about avoiding criticism, it's about learning and growth. Third, encourages asking questions, experimenting, and continuous improvement. Psychological safety means people can speak up and share ideas without fear of being embarrassed or punished. It doesn't mean we avoid mistakes. It means we learn from them together. Example, in a hotel, when a staff member suggests a new check-in system and it doesn't work perfectly, instead of scolding them, the manager helps fix it and says it's okay and let's improve it next time. That's the psychological safety. Example of fearless innovation practices. First, using positive language, calling mistakes or learning opportunities. Second, starting meetings with appreciation for idea authors. Third, replacing pilot with the pioneer to show progress and courage. And fourth, creating the fun and the purpose-driven culture to reduce anxiety. Here are the some ways companies can build a fearless and creative workplace. First, use the positive words like the learning opportunity instead of mistakes. Second, start meetings by the appreciating those who shared ideas. And third, use the word like pioneer instead of pilot to show the courage. And fourth, that create a fun and a supportive environment. Example, in a travel agency meeting, the manager says, "Thank you for your idea about improving our tourist packages. Even if the idea isn't perfect, let's make the people feel valued and more confident to share again."
So, good day everyone. My name is Kurt Janivizon, and then my topic is overcoming fear of failure. So, first, recognize that fear is natural but can be managed. And the second, celebrate lesson learned from failed attempts. And then the third one is encourage collaborations and shared ownership of ideas. And the last one is reward creativity, not just success. So, fear of failure is natural but it can be managed. So we can celebrate what we learned from the failed attempts and also work together as a team and reward the creativity, not just success. So for example, in tourism company, if a new beach tour does attract many customers, so the manager could ask, what can we learn, or how we can improve next time. So instead of blaming the team, so that mindset can help the group to grow stronger and more creative. So in conclusion, innovation thrives in environments where fear is replaced with trust and curiosity. So by taking fear out of innovation, so it will unlock creativity, growth, and long-term success. And leadership, commitment, and psychology safety are essential for sustained innovation. So, in conclusion, innovation happens when fear is replaced with trust and curiosity. So, leaders and employees must work together to build a safe and creative and supportive environment. So when people feel free to share the ideas in organization, especially in tourism, we can grow and attract more guests and tourists and give a better experience. So for example, when a resort support a new ideas like eco tours or cultural shows or sustainable travel, so it can becomes more successful because of the creative, like it makes it stand out of the field.